Hello, everyone, and welcome. I know we are so late for all of you today, and I want to welcome you here. We, we are, I hope you can hear me, and I hope it's clear, and I'm so excited about that. Of course, at 12:12, we figure it out. Some of these things you cannot make up. I am glad you can hear me loud and clear. You're not going to be able to see me today, but that's okay. It's like meant to be. I was jokingly going to come on in and tell you that I was going to act like a water sign today, not knowing, of course, Serena picks the water vibes and Mercury goes into Cancer. I'm not even, really absorbing all of that yet. And here it is. And here we are, definitely acting like a water sign for some reason. A lot of activation during this Pisces moon, and also so much water flowing. And I thought it would be best to definitely take a little sneak peek at you all, and definitely want to remind you one of the reasons that I'm jokingly acting like a water sign is because there are so many feelings going on right now with everyone. And then I saw Mark's video this morning, and he was like, um, okay, Serena, we have music going on behind my voice. Maybe? I don't know, Nadine. We'll figure that out in a second, okay? Hi. There is something going on in the ethers, yeah. And I wanted to come in and say hi to you guys and do some readings and talk about certain things taking place in the world. And of course, on Friday, we have our 1-2 day over at 12listen.com. So we'll be excited to connect with you and on our favorite day. And I'm not going to tell you what other favorite day it is for me, but I'm teasing you guys. I think many of you know I am going to be celebrating, and it's a big one. So I'll be excited to come back and share that I made it. But I'm teasing. I am really, really happy and grateful for each and every one of you. I have some questions in the room I already am definitely going to address. I feel super, I want to say good morning to all of you, Nadine, Becca, definitely something going on in the ethers. Remote office girl, good morning. LA, hello, Ms. Winter and Tara. Who else is here? I think Laura's here driving. Jane, hello. Happy appearance day to you too, Missy. So happy you're here. Who else? Hello, Miss Lori. Nice to see you. Serena, of course, is with us, and Pamela, Tara. I was thinking and wondering, Joni, good morning. I'll talk to you definitely. Glory, good morning. And Michelle, and who am I missing? Randy. Nice to see you. Kimberly, hi. This is funny. Love that, Kimberly. And we'll talk about that too. But anyway, Terry Campbell's in the chat room. Gemini Jim, my Gemini friends. Hello, and Ms. Gail. I think I got everybody. I'm definitely laughing because there was a part of me that knew. Thank goodness I didn't go with video. Sometimes our intuitive energy knows what it's doing long before we do. And Maya, you got it. I'll definitely check on that today. I'm going to be checking on all of you. And I saw Percy. I was checking on him, Tara, so I'm happy about her. Her little puppy had so many teeth pulled, and he's doing really well. And I definitely checked on that this week. And I saw him, so I was really thrilled. Many of you know that I have been on this journey for so long, but in case we have new listeners today, which something is telling me that we might, I feel inclined to ask to please like and subscribe our page, and we love that. We want to grow in time. Also, I was laughing with Serena because talk about, I don't remember where this came from, but I do have a hat that says like shit show boss or something like that or some I said I should have wore it today, we're just going through it. Tiffany, I am so very sorry for your loss. Hickory had passed. I know this. I feel you. Believe me, there's so much loss. I mean, even for myself, as many of you know, which is part of why I'm enjoying acting and allowing myself to act more like a water sign than an air sign right now. But I definitely feel you, and you've been such an amazing caretaker and friend and, quote unquote mom, for lack of better words, to her. And I just never saw anyone take care of a little creature. Tiffany's bunny has passed away, and she's been a part of our clan for a really long time, and really truly amazing what you've done to keep her with us for so long here in our physical lives. So kudos to you. I also wanted to remind everyone that it is so very important. I think when there's a lot of energy flowing, and it becomes a little not only emotional. These water moons crack me up because we really do absorb a lot of what happens throughout our cycles, our moon cycles, our sun cycles, however the planets shift, however all of these things go throughout our days and nights. And there's no denying the impact that it all has on us. And we could feel whether it's water, fire, air, earth. God created this entire universe for us to really vibe along with what took place, since the beginning of time, quote unquote. And so I think it's also important to remember when we're going through more difficult seasons or loss or questions, I think it's also easy to forget that we are not experiencing even ourselves through, say, our physicality, our body, mind, heart, whatever our emotions are in the moment. We are forgetting that we have our higher power or the entire universe to help us. Mark reminded me of this in a conversation earlier today, and I want to share it with you because it's been heavy. It's really been heavy on my heart, in that when it's weird when we go through those more difficult times, especially when we're waiting for something to happen. I'm the biggest kicker and screamer you guys ever saw with that Aries moon in the eighth house. I mean, when these when I have to be patient, it's not necessarily great. And I'm sure many of you can relate to this, because these are the moments when we need the most faith, but these are the moments when we seem to like not be able to locate it, when we're waiting on timing, when we're waiting on a person, when we're waiting on an incident or an experience or a job or a love life or whatever it may be. That waiting time is when we seem to lose sight, and we go more into maybe ego. Or Joni, this is for you too, just with timing. She said, did I miss an opportunity because May passed and no one has shown up yet from the past? Well, when we focus so much on one thing, I think we also, it was the sun in Gemini, and I really thought it was late May, but that's your window, so you're still in your window. But at the same time, when we're watching for that time, we're forgetting that we have a higher power. We're forgetting that God or whomever, your higher power exists. And we're forgetting to see, hear, feel, think, and know through what the eyes, ears, heart, body, soul. Through everything, there is a season and a reason, but we forget we don't have to do it alone. And so these are more, I think, focusing on a time always, for some reason, can really harm more than help. And we learn this over the years and the months and the weeks and the days. And when we let it go and we surrender, or we become one with what's available to us in the entire planet, we have so much help and assistance from spirit, we forget that we don't have to do it alone. And so try to let it go a little bit. I still see it because I keep pulling the Hermit over and over again, and I want to put it out there for you. Um, I really do believe that there is something about the past that's coming back around, and it could just be an energy of or a person, place, or thing that helps you heal. It could very well be um, not repeating lessons also from the past when this energy does show up, because I do think it's in a person's physicality, like it's in its form for sure. And I hope that helps. Okay. So, okay, Jean, let me come and talk to you. So, she lost a ring. She's closing on this house. Let me just take a look at it, but I really feel like somehow that ring is there. Now, are you having an inspection, or is the inspection done? Her house sold, which we had said, so that's a very good thing. I feel like that thing is under your nose, though. So let's just I want to see what happens just right before. Do you know the closing day? Good morning to everyone coming in. So great that you're here. Yes, no, maybe? I get a 19. I don't know what that means. But I'm feeling very there's something about it that is coming in. Nadine, maybe go and restart, like sign off of or make sure you're muted. You must maybe did you sign in twice and get the music? You're the only one. There's no music. You're so welcome, Joni. All right, let me talk to Lori for a minute. Lori W. She's asking if she's to stay in Colorado. This is another thing I've been thinking about. Do you feel that you just want to be like, obviously you want to back up about leaving or staying. Part of my spirit can't imagine you not being there, and the other part of me knows you're dying for change. And I like that also. Let me just take a peek, okay? When you say move, you say the next few months. October, though, I'm sure, I don't know if you're looking at August when you say that, but I'm thinking more October-ish. That to me, yeah, they're saying autumn also. And I'm not even going to say there's the transformation, but part of me is thinking what, and then I have August also. So there's something about August. It's the only state you could do massage. Okay. In Colorado. So that's why I guess I can't imagine you leaving, because you would have to do something new. Are there any other? Okay. So you have desire for change. Yes. You can communicate with me if it's okay through the chat, because I'm trying to open some doors, because part of me is like, more likely October. Okay. But there's something that's going to happen in August that's going to, I know this is such a terrible figure of speech, but I don't want you to I was going to say nail the coffin shut, but you absolutely know what I mean. And that's a terrible saying, but I'm using it because it's come through my left ear. I do feel like by August, there's something that's going to occur that is going to bring you 100% clarity. And I'm assuming you have to know earlier than that, or how does that feel? Because I'm thinking October would be the time, but I feel like you're gonna change your mind again, and then you're gonna change your mind again. Does this I mean, Lori, I'm wondering. So, I'm not seeing it yet. You have time? Okay, good, I'm glad. We have to wait. I don't want you to push, I don't want you to force, I don't want you to I know this is very hard to tell you to let it go until I feel like there's and the word forgiveness is coming through very strong. There's some kind of forgiveness that's going on with you, and you have the strength and the fortitude also to maybe this is the time in your life where you are giving yourself forgiveness, giving others forgiveness, whatever it may be. There's a lot of healing and releasing going on. By the month of August, I feel you'll be really, really clear about what you're going to do. I feel like you're gonna change your mind. So, there's, like, a stop to it. This is the transformation, though. When we see that card of, the stop, the death energy of nobody's dying, it's not like that. It's more like, "Okay, we're gonna transform how we're doing this." Yeah, it doesn't surprise me either, girl, I'm telling you. She says it doesn't surprise her, she'll change her mind, but maybe a couple more times, yes. By August, we'll have a lot more clarity and the fortitude, like, there's something about it, and there's a lot of healing going on too. I just it's almost like, do you wanna take it this way? Um, the massage thing is obviously the challenge. You'll overcome this piece around the month of let's just see what happens in August. And you have to try to give it up because if you push, this is not the right timing, number 1, or you wouldn't be asking. Number 2, I could feel that I have resistance to leaving yet, but I'm not ruling it out around October, okay? Let's stay with that. And you tell me how you're feeling. We'll go through this a couple of times over the summer together, and I think we'll make the right decision for you, okay? All right, you got it. Okay, Jean, there's something about the 19th of June. I have no idea. I still think that damn thing is going to show up. Did you tell them that it was there or anything like that? I don't know why I'm going to stick with it. Um, So crazy. There's also something on the 19th with you that's I don't know what that means yet, but you'll come back and share after the 19th and tell me what that day was, okay? Or why I'm picking up on it so very blaringly loud. And I love that. There's nothing scary, negative, there's none of that going on, okay? Lori, I would think that also. Total change. Then you can make a decision, okay? And I hope that helps. Now, um, Maya, let's come to you for a moment. Hi, Randy, I'll be back. So, I think what I was trying to say earlier was that the more the more we try to do this on our own, the more difficult we make it seemingly in that moment for ourselves. The more we lean into something bigger that we can't touch, like the God energy or the universe or whatever it is you do. I think the better it will become for you. And I also feel it's in those moments we really forget that we have to be forcing ourselves to remember. So I hope that helps as well. Okay, let me just take a peek now. Hang on, I'm coming back up. I'm probably not going to go in the order. Maya, you're next. And I think as time goes on, we're being like really asked to stand up to, for ourselves and our truth and everything that comes along with it. Um, hold on now. Maya, so far I'm not seeing any change yet. I'm kind of still about it. I have peace about it. I'm not telling you to not take a peek out in the world and look at what's out there or anything like that, but I definitely feel there's no movement. Do you have an event or anything that's coming up or anywhere you have to go? I feel a little bit of that too, and celebration. There's some kind of, it could be even a community event or a party or something like this. I see this coming. I don't see anything about. I'm not assuming. I would believe because you're not leaving. I don't feel that. I feel peace and calm. So right now it's a standstill. Okay. Randy, let me look at you. And who else did I just say? You guys have to remind me. So I could tell we're going all over the place now. I want to make sure I get everybody's questions today. Okay, Randy, we're going to take care of you now. She's going on a trip. And I like that. And usually, lately I've been given some slack on travel because I know some of you will call about travel, but some of you will not because you always know that I'm so to the T anxious about you leaving anywhere, especially in today's time. So I check all of your safety angles and it becomes a real pain in the ass. But that's my spirit. You blame my energy that way. It's not me personally. It's just that my psychic alarms go off and I'm really protective. But lately I've noticed it's a little, it's much better to travel right now than it was for years. And so I don't have any red alert, thank goodness. So let's just take a look, okay? Dun, dun. You know what's interesting? Where did you tell me you were going? I know you're going over the water somewhere, but I see that. But I see dancing. But like a party. Okay, she's going to Tokyo. No wonder why there's dancing. Friends in Tokyo. Okay, I love it. Let me just take a look at your safety, okay? There's your airplane. There's your partying. And you're celebrating. Okay, here's the only thing. You're going to be fine. I want you to guard your immune health and be very careful about, I'm not saying this. Oh, so your friend loves dancing. Yeah, I could tell there's going to be some dancing. Now, just don't overdo it because you're in a different, part of the world and you're not used to big parties and things like that. So I want you to pay attention to everything that goes into your body. And I also want you to pay attention to your immune health in flight. So these are 2 things. Now don't you're okay. Don't get upset that I'm saying this, but I'm very overprotective about all this and I see it, it's blaringly loud. These are the 2 things you have to watch. And you're gonna be fine and you're gonna have a great time. And all of that looks amazing, but there are things that we have to do for like be precautionary and things like this. And if I saw loud and clear that we didn't have to be careful about anything, I would tell you that also. And so I'm sometimes, an overprotective big sister, but at the same time, that's not, this is just true. Your immune health. So don't let anybody breathe on you you know what I mean? Yeah, I think so too. I don't care if you have to even wear a little bit of a cover on your face and whatever. I know it's some people get a little embarrassed for wearing a mask these days, but only on the airplane, I'm a little concerned. So, other things you can do to protect your immune health, that's one of the things. The other thing is eating and drinking. Like if you're partying and anything like that, which you will be, and rightfully so, you have a right to fun and happiness. Just like pay attention to where everything's coming from. Like you could see the bottle and you open it, or a closed container, or I just have a weird sense. I don't want you to drink anything bad, like bad water, or, I'm very serious about this now. Don't panic, but I love that you are, um, I love that you're going and I totally support your safety. I know you're going to be fine. This is just the only little bleep we gotta pay attention to, okay? And you will. So no fear, just go, have fun. You'll have a great time. Don't let my little nagging in the back of your mind either. Just go enjoy. But this is just gonna help you circumvent anything that could slow you down while you're having fun. Okay? All right, you got it. Um, Now let's take a look. Um, Kimberly, I want to make a joke about the wedding, but I don't. So I'm teasing you though. I think that's very, very good. I think weddings remind us that we can still be happy. And, you know, there's such a heightened vibe around when we say we get into high vibrating places. And then the other side of me is like, there could be such an easy way to become a married pair, I'm thinking about the day and how big it is or how I think smaller is best. I don't even know why I'm saying this out loud, but I am. And I feel private is good too. And I hope that helps. Okay. Um, I have a good flow. I feel like really good vibe. If between you two, for some reason, it's really flowing better. And another thing that I'm getting very, very strong is the infinity symbol. It's so, so strong between you two that it's really coming through in a powerful way. Uh, but that's a good symbol for you guys. The infinity symbol. I think it's more about sharing also. When two people come together and they're so very different, but it blends and it flows, and there's a constant flow between you two, and there may be that little sticking point in the center that keeps you both in your own independent space, but then you come together and you flow together and it's just all one. And I love that energy. Okay. All right. Now, I don't want to go too far, but remember that symbol for you all. Okay. I love it. My Randy said, "It's funny, my mom mentioned the same thing as I did get sick in Mexico, and I'm so glad I'll be safe. I'm excited." Yes, and you'll have both of our voices in the back of your head. So, the kids used to say, "Why are you ruining our trip before we even get off the ground?" Sometimes it prevents things that could be unfortunate, so you'll be okay. Another thing I want to mention while we're here, believing in yourselves and what can be created outside of what your day-to-day world is so significant coming up ahead. I think we're going to see the word belief and believe a lot more. And I believe wholeheartedly that wasn't an accident. I really know that it does make a difference over and over again. And there is so much truth to these negative little voices that go on in our minds, and there is so much truth to trying to find that one positive. If you are thinking and going above all of this chatter, it is so very important to go as vertical as you can, to reach as high as you can for your God and for what your highest belief is, because all of this other stuff, we can get caught up in it. It's like a web, of, okay, well, anytime we're ready for something to happen that's positive, when is that shoe going to drop? We start having all this chatter. And I try to look at all of this like energy. And I try to remind myself, the more we clear that space and that negativity, or there's little voices going on around us, and those voices could be anything from the people in our lives day to day in our physical lives. It could be the TV, it could be social media, it could be we go higher, and it could be something we take on like a movie, or we go higher again, and it could be we know about the sun, the moon, the stars, the planets, and everything else that happens. And yes, there is some truth to everything that happens in the world that was created for us to exist with. But going the highest we can possibly go sometimes regulates all of this negative chatter. So we try to rise above it. And that's what transformation is about. We try to continue to rise above it. If we stay over here on this level of course, our feet are planted on the ground and we're, in the noise. When we're in this noise, it's hard to get to that other noise and that positivity, because it's so hard when we're going through negative phase or stage or whatever it may be. It's so challenging to find that positive. One little thing can change all of this stuff down here. And that one little thing seems to be so difficult to locate when we're going through all of this stuff over here, right? And then we realize when we're living in a positive mood, or something great happens in real time and our ego is satisfied and our lives are going good, those most amazing things happen. So right there is proof that the most amazing things can happen. And so the less we feel, oh my gosh, it's never the more we tell ourselves never, the less of a flow we're creating for ourselves to really believe in good. And I know you all know what I mean. So try to really believe that there are no loud noises, and really go above it. And I think the higher we go, the quieter it is, the more peaceful it is. Even if you have to visualize or manifest or meditate on something that allows you to go above it, to look down at all of these little things in your life that happen every day on the ground. I call it the ground level now, but it is the ground level. We want to go up. We want to go higher. And so, of course, it's stressful. And it's in those stressful moments, we could tell that we're lacking faith or hope or belief in something good that's going to happen for us because it only, we tell ourselves it's only happening for everyone else, and then we compare and then we despair and then we go through all these hula hoops over and over again. And suddenly it's that one tiny thing that could change everything in a second. And just please continuously remember that in a second, your life can change. And that's the honest to God truth. All right. All right, now hold on. Now, Joni said something. The infinity symbol, small ceremony on the beach. She just did that, of course. So you're all coming in, you're all synchronized. I really feel like that's great. It turned out to be incredibly emotional. I love that. And that's so beautiful. If you want to share more, please do. But also, Kimberly, I was talking to her as well. And for some reason, there's a lot of threading and synchronicity with you all, and that's a very good sign. So it's very affirming and confirming. But you see, so we see this, Joni, and what matters in certain ways. And I know the rest of it will occur. So that's very, very good. Okay. I'm glad we have that synchronicity going on. So we have to believe in the rest of it. And that's proof that we could. Okay. All right, Laura, thank you for giving Randy advice. Appreciate that. And Quelly, good morning to you. I am just seeing you. So happy that you're here. Monday blessings. We'll have Tuesday blessings too. How's that? I do not believe that was a mistake that you said that. And I was on Tuesday for many, many years. So there you go. But there is something about tomorrow that I feel good about, believe it or not. So I'll come back and share and let you know what that is next week, okay? All right, let's take a look at who. I feel like I'm missing Gail. Where are you? Good morning. Let me know if there is a message. It's going to sound crazy. I do believe that there is a house clearing that needs to happen if it hasn't already. And I mean this wholeheartedly because I can actually, and it could be done with music, a little drum. I know this sounds, like I said, this is not my norm. You know this. But I do feel a clearing in your space. And I feel very, very good. Also, you could just do it through music. I don't know why I'm pushing the music thing on you, but I am. I think any kind of steady noise or energy around healing like this, it feels like you can really cleanse your space. You can use anything that you feel called to use. I'm not a big I use a lot of waters instead of smoke. So I do use a lot of you guys know I'm this way. Like I do use holy water from the church too. But I also love rose spray. I like a little lavender at night. But the music for you, Gail, is extremely significant, whatever's coming through. Even drums. It's something about the beat or something about the clearing of the home through music and the clearing of your spirit as well. It's maybe not even your go-to to go listen to music or anything like that. I genuinely believe that. Now, from that place, there's going to be a tremendous amount of healing in your physical body as well. And I believe that you've gotten into that mindset of nothing, maybe nothing good is going to happen because you've been through so much. And it's so normal and so real to have these thoughts when it happens. And I see transformation for you, but not until the month of July. July is going to really start to turn for you. And I also believe that you're going to know why and what I'm saying. So please take it a little easy till then. Play that music. I don't know why I'm saying that. I know it sounds crazy, but not. And it's really going to help you. But there's something about the beat. There's something about the drums. There's something about uplifting music in your space. I love that. And make it keep it clean. But it is, and it just the connection between thought and process about the music clearing your space is really, really good. Okay. And then everything else heals too. See what happens. See if you connect with a group or learn something new or there's something about the beats. So let's see how it is, okay? Um, the singing, Tara said her boys were fighting yesterday. She put on some she was gonna sing, and, transform things, but she said, the singing does help heal, you know? So, super grateful for that. Okay, everyone, I'm so happy that we were able to be together. Laura, I will definitely. Um, I don't feel it's related, but I also believe that it's still a safe level right now, and it's a process that is very different for everyone. So do not, um, I'll have more to say about it, okay? I'm not panicking or worried, or unfortunately, it's very common. But we'll talk about it because there's a lot of things you could do. Okay. All right, sweetie. And so don't worry. If I was worried, yeah, I would have answered that first, but I'm not. And of course I care and I'm concerned, but I'm definitely not worried. Okay. Goodbye, everyone. Have a wonderful week. Serena, thank you for getting us on the air. And I'll see you all soon. And have a great week, everyone. Don't forget 1-2 day on Friday, the 12th. Well, see you over there. Bye bye now.